Food deserts. It's such an oxymoron. We live in the United States of America. How can there possibly be food deserts? The United States Department of Agriculture says a food desert is any place where a full-service grocery store is not within 1 mile walking distance, or not within a 10-minute drive time.
Hunger insufficiency is everywhere. The problem with it is we live in a bubble, and our society is set up between the haves and the have-nots. The haves live inside their gated communities. They live in their $250,000 and up home. They don't see the have-nots. It's not like homelessness where you can see it displayed on the street. It's a personal thing that happens inside a home, and it's hard to identify, but it's there if you look.
I go to work and I am there probably from 7:30 until at least 6:30. And that's a long time to be at a school, but I spend most of the time trying to prepare lessons because I have to teach students face-to-face, but also kids on Zoom at the same time.
I love Miss Barnum. She is usually the first person in line on Saturday morning. The reason I recognize her is because she drives an off-white crossover SUV, but it has a Tennessee tag on the front.
I am a divorced single mom. It's just me and my daughter. She is a 6th grader.
And I asked her one morning, because I'm setting up and whatnot. I said, "My name's Greg. Good morning," and I said, "Why do you come so early?" And she said, "Because this is my me time while I wait for you guys to get set up."
SATISFEED has helped offset costs for food. I found out about it. I was going to Walmart one day to actually go get groceries, and my daughter was hungry in the back seat, and so we stopped off at one of the local middle schools, and they were giving like the free food lunch from during the quarantine, and they gave us a flyer. We decided to, hey, we'll go by there on Saturday and see what's it like.
And I'd run in and get a box of ice cream or something, and just give her that little extra for the kid.
It's helped offset the cost of just food and having to, that's another added expense. I'm in an awkward position because I'm a teacher, so I make too much to get public assistance, but not really enough to live on.
Right now, we have been blessed to not need the food, but we've been in places like that before. For myself, when I got to this country about 12 years ago, that was my Saturday life, go to food pantries and try to get some food and get some help. I think that God has been good to us, and we're trying to give back to the community.
Good morning. Welcome to another Saturday at SATISFEED.
Good morning.
We had cars lined up at 8:15, 2 lines all the way out to the street from 8:15 until 12:30. So it's gonna be chaos, but it's gonna be awesome.
We open the boxes, pack the food, then they move the food with the forklift to the delivery area. From there, there is the station that is registering the people.
If they have multiple families representing one car, then I help them get the amount that they need.
Once they register them, they'll tell us the number of families that are in each car.
So the numbers on the cars represent the numbers of boxes of food that they need.
When the car comes, we'll look at the number. Depending on the number of families, we'll place that amount of food in their cars, and then they'll get to leave.
Bye, thank you for what you do. God bless you.
We've got just enough room, but we're going to need another container. We just can't keep doing this. That'll work.
Yeah, we're good. I'll probably be here to right around 10 o'clock in the morning, somewhere in that neighborhood. Then I go home. So it's all about just giving back, doing my part, because Lord knows I've been given so much throughout my life.
Con cifras récords de desempleo, continúan los esfuerzos para proveer alimentos a la comunidad. Los hispanos son los más afectados durante la pandemia.
In June, my dad died. And I mean, it wasn't I don't want to cry, but it was really hard. And when I came back to SATISFEED, Tim was nice enough I told him, he was like, hey, you haven't been here. He noticed that I wasn't there that weekend, and I was like, yeah, we had to bury my father. And so he stopped, he prayed with me, and then the following 2 Saturdays, there was a couple of collegiate volunteers, and they did the same as well. And so it was just another way to reach out. It's not necessarily just all about food, but it's about building a rapport with other people and knowing like you're not in there alone. SATISFEED is offering another option, whereas I don't have to worry about food. I can use my money to do this and use my money to help my mom, but we don't have to go hungry in the process.
She pulled up and she waved at me and told me to come to the car. She handed me a gift card to Starbucks. And it's like, wow. And she's like, it's not much. I said, no, it's everything. I said, you just blessed me. And thank you. It's everything.
Seeing Tim's love for the people, I think that has been a huge impact on my life personally. I think it's been a great testimony, mainly because he's American and dealing with a lot of Hispanics, like the way that he does it, he may not be fluent in Spanish, but that has never stopped him. He's always trying, he's always smiling, he's always showing Christ's love.
With there being a need out there, many of us who are not in that situation don't even know what to do about it. What can we do? How can we help? It's sort of foreign to some folks. So to have someone like Tim, who has given his heart and his life to this, that we don't need to reinvent something, we just fall in and serve God through them.
You don't necessarily have to be super knowledgeable or be the most outgoing person out there. If your heart is in the right place and if your heart is with Christ, you'll find a way.
I think just getting the word out is the biggest part. And so, flyers are great. Word of mouth is even better, because now you have a testimonial or somebody who can say, yeah, I know it firsthand. I know it's like this. And you're able to ask more questions than you are just looking by a flyer. But I think the next step would just be get it out there to even more people, to let them know. Yeah, to let them know, because a lot of people don't. And so even like, I don't live far from here. I'm just around the corner, and it took a flyer for me to know that this was here.
When you have 53% of the public school students receiving free and reduced meals 9 months out of the year, there's got to be a food insecurity issue. And the pandemic has simply brought it to the surface. So what do I want the people to do? Number 1, recognize that the problem exists. Number 2, do something to help alleviate the problem. That something has nothing to do with what I want you to do. It has everything to do with what's in their heart and what they see as the most effective way to help address the food insecurity issue.